Guys, welcome back again. Today's topic, we're going to talk about some collectible vintage items that could actually put a lot of money in your pocket. I want to go over a couple things that I've sold for a great profit, and maybe you guys can do the same thing. Maybe you're walking right by these things, but you'll be looking at them from now on. We're going to start, guys, with this vintage Budweiser beer Frogs, 1996. What does it say? Frogs 10. Now, let me tell you something interesting about this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it was actually 8 bids. And I'm not going to click on it to tell you who actually won this item. But I'll just say this. I listed it on an auction and started the auction on a Sunday night. Hint, hint. Sunday night about 9 or 10 o'clock Eastern time. Hint, hint. And started the bidding at $9.99. Let me tell you what happened. The guy who actually won it actually sent me a note as soon as I listed it and said, "Hey, if you would be interested in taking this item off, I'll buy it from you directly." And I was like, "Well, okay, not directly, but what I mean, he wanted to buy the item." And I said, "Okay, well, what's your offer?" He offered me $25 plus shipping. Well, you see that shipping is an additional $9.99. So it would have been about $35 I would have got off of that item. I thought about it, and from my experience, it seems like when people do that, it must be some value to it. I decided to turn them down, let it go on auction, and see what it went for. Started this item at $9.99. Whoever this person was got into a bidding war. Look at what this item sold for, guys. And you see, this was just the other day. The item, $91 total, $9.99. This person paid over $100 for this item. Actually, $100.99. Now, I want to tell you guys where I got this from. This is why I absolutely love open air flea markets. I went to a flea market late one day. I actually got there very late, about 3 or 4 hours after it started. Paid $3 for this item. After everybody had looked over the items, somebody overlooked, I should say everybody overlooked this item, and look what it sold for, over $100, guys. You want to start looking for vintage 10. All right, guys, here's another item, a vintage item that sold for a pretty good profit. This was an item, it was, you know, those little things you put on the wall. Look there, and you pull down on it, and it kind of, it has a bell and everything. I actually got this, guys. I was actually selling at the flea market one day. And if you guys know anything about me, you know that this is just an additional source of income, another stream of income. I like to buy and sell at flea markets. But I really like to sell on flea markets, especially at the middle of the week flea markets. I actually got this item from a guy that was right next to me. He sold me this item for $5. Now, I want to show you something real interesting about this, guys. Look at what the item sold for, but it wasn't domestic shipping. It was international shipping through the global shipping program. This particular person who bought it was actually from Canada. So they didn't get free shipping. All I had to do was ship the item to the global shipping program in Kentucky, and they sent the item. They paid all the amount of additional shipping that was necessary. So if you really think about it, this person probably paid well over $100 for this item. Good profit on it, guys. Paid $5 for it. Look at what it sold for. Would you walk right by this item? I bet you wouldn't anymore. You want to start looking for these vintage items. All right, guys, here's another one that I got from a yard sale. This yard sale was not in my area. You can see what area I'm in. This was actually in Virginia. This was in Richmond, Virginia. I was in Richmond, Virginia, picking up my sons. And while I was there, of course, I always hit yard sales anywhere I'm at. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I actually picked this item up at a yard sale on a Friday for $3. Look at what it sold for, guys. This was one of those GE, you plug it in and the thing gets hot immediately. I knew it was a winner when I saw it. You got to keep in mind, a lot of people want these items, these vintage items, because it reminds them of their parents or their grandparents or whatever when they was growing up that use these type of items. So when you come in contact with these items, if you can get it for a great price and it works, hey, you want to grab these items because look at the profit it can put in your pocket. $60 or $59.99. I'll take that all day. All right, here's another one, guys. A vintage Oster chrome hand massager. This was actually an item. I believe I got this from a thrift mall, and I believe I paid $10 for this item. This was one, and you see, I actually put about what, how many, 6 pictures there, a little bit more than I normally take. But as you can see, this item sold for a profit. But once again, a vintage item. It worked. It worked. I plugged it in and tested it. You always want to test the items before you buy them, because you want to make sure they work. Someone really appreciated this item. I knew they would. It was a great vintage. All right, guys, this was a real winner. I actually got this at a thrift mall, and I want to tell you, this thing was so dirty and filthy. They sold it at a thrift mall for $3. And when I looked at it, initially I was so turned off by the stains, but I'm one of those type of guys. I'll take an item home and wash it if it's worth something. I seen the McDonald's All American, and I was like, "Ooh, that's powerful." I love the McDonald's All American basketball team. Then I seen the number 23. And I looked on the back. Look at the back, guys. Y'all see that name on the back? Jordan? Ooh, that's worth some money. That's definitely worth some money. Look at what the item sold for. So we went from $3 stained, and I'll be honest with you, all the stains did not come out right away. But I'll give you guys a little bit of hint. If you buy items that are very, very stained, just go to the Dollar Tree and get you some of that oxygen cleaner. Oh my goodness. And a toothbrush. You'd be surprised what'll come out, guys. That $3 item sold for almost $100. Guys, I appreciate it. You can see that vintage items, collectible items can put a lot of money in your pocket. So you want to check for these things, and so you can put some money in your pocket and keep on doing what you do, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. All right, guys, make it a great day and go make it happen.